I'm Slow Magic. I make electronic music and play live drums on stage, and this is my face. I wear the mask to put the focus on the music and instead of a person. I've been doing it that way since I started. It's been fun to create a character for the music this way. I have one reason back here with, I've already messed a little bit with it, but I put probably my favorite preset, Mary Jane from Kong. I think it's a hip hop kit, but I use it a lot for like chill wave or synth wave sounds. I just really like that. I might pitch the snare down a bit. And I put the sticky reel scream preset. These are kind of my go-to sounds just for like something more lo-fi. I'll do a bass. There we go, I like this. I kind of like to throw the scream on everything, actually. I think that's the trick. Most of the time I'm trying to make something that sounds kind of like beautiful, but also can help people escape into another place. I think that my signature, besides this, would be my drumming and my drum production, and also some of the synths that I go to a lot. Reason means, to me, Reason means a lot of things to me. It was the first production software that I used to make any slow magic music, most of it actually. My top 3 devices would be Kong, would be like 1 and 2, I think. I use Kong for most of my drums. Some of the presets I would start with and build my own kits with. The hip hop kits specifically, it's just like I've always used those and started with those. And they haven't changed, which I'm happy with that. But yeah, these are just good sounds that I love, and I always like to put a scream on most of the drums, just for that kind of like destruction, tastefully done. Scream, I really fell in love with like the cassette and the tube settings on there, and that kind of defined my sound, I think, when I started. Destruction, tastefully done. And combinator, which is a big question or answer, I think, but the combinator. So I need a lead. I will try Europa. I know it's one of the best. I started using Reason maybe 12 years ago now. I started getting into like VSTs and more plugins the more I got into production. So at the time Reason didn't have the ability for plugins, so I started using GarageBand and then Logic, and then when I realized you could use Reason as a plugin, the update that happened a while ago, it was like blew my mind. Like I could put everything in one, and that was awesome. I didn't really think about playing drums for Slow Magic until kind of a freak incident where I was playing a show and my computer sound broke and I kind of was scrambling for what to do. So I had my songs on an iPod, gave it to the sound guy, and borrowed a drum from the opening band. And that was kind of how I discovered like my drumming with this project. So I guess like for any advice would be like, don't be like me, just like stick with what you're good at. I like the first part, so I'm just gonna loop it. I'm using the sticky reel on everything, and that gives a really like, you know, it takes a lot of the highs out and makes it more tape. So I think I have some things going here, and this would be a time to like kind of arrange it. It's a nice loop now, I think. I think one of the big things, I got to play Coachella a little bit ago, and that was like amazing. But in general, just like getting to travel and play music like around the world, in Japan and in Europe and other places and even America, like that I've never been before, has been just an ongoing highlight, I think. I want to try something kind of more crazy, I guess, and try to put some reason effects on the master. I'm gonna try the Audiomatic just for fun. I really like to like kind of mess with sounds so they don't sound like a computer, I guess, you know, like, and that's what I always liked with Reason, is like the sounds always sounded more natural to me than like Ableton or GarageBand when I started. So one more thing I think we can add would be a real lead. Let me look for one. Putting the cassette preset here. I guess I just want to kind of destroy every sound that I'm working with. I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit too, just for fun. Cool. Just for fun, I'm gonna try duplicating that track and try to, because I think this lead needs something else, but I'm not sure what, so I'm gonna try to layer it with another sound. I think there's a lot going on. I'm not trying to add too much here. I think that's easy to do when you're working on music, but I'm pretty happy with this. I would definitely now, if I were at home, spend like weeks messing with it and like tweaking things more than I probably had to. But I think at the end of the day, you know, you start with a loop and it's just a matter of like turning that into a song, and that can be easy, that can be difficult, but yeah, I think the hard part is making the decisions, and from here I think you could have a full song. The next step is overthinking everything and finishing it eventually. Currently I'm working on a new album.
Whenever we're here,
putting out a few singles for that.
sounds
Just trying to figure out what's next in the world, and like
changed. We are no longer the same after having heard certain sounds. And this is the more the case when we hear organized sounds, organized by another human being. Music.
the new world we're living in, like what the next steps are for the music industry and myself, but just trying to make the best of everything and keep putting out music. It's been over 10 years since I've been doing this, so just keep going as long as I can.